Welcome to the College Investor Audio Show, where we talk about the biggest issues impacting millennial money, from student loan debt to side hustles to building wealth. We will show you how to get out of debt so that you can build real wealth for the future.
Today on the College Investor Audio Show, we ask and answer a very important question, maybe something you've even wondered. What is a surety bond? A surety bond is a contract between three parties. A surety company guarantees that a principal will fulfill certain promises to an obligee. Ooh, that sounds official. If the principal fails to keep its promise, per the contract, the surety pays the obligee. Individuals or businesses that work with government agencies may be required to have surety bonds when they do business with the government. Contractors, including residential and commercial contractors, may also buy surety bonds at multiple stages of a project. Here's what you need to know about surety bonds. How do they work? Well, a surety bond involves three parties. The obligee. This is the person or business who is entitled to some promise that needs to be fulfilled. The obligee is protected by a surety bond. The principal. This person or business is required to fulfill certain obligations set forth in the contract. The surety. This person, business, or agency guarantees that the principal will fulfill the required duties. In a surety bond agreement, the surety will make the obligee whole if the principal reneges on contractual agreements. In practice, the surety will usually pay out a set percentage of a loss if the principal can't meet certain agreements. Generally, the principal will buy a surety bond prior to a large project. Small contractors can often compete with larger companies if they purchase a surety bond, which guarantees performance at a certain level. Of course, surety companies are aware of the misincentives that surety bonds provide. Principals often have to put up personal or business assets as collateral for the surety bond contract. That means the surety company can make a legal claim to those assets if the surety company has to pay out a claim. Common types of surety bonds. Okay, so surety bonds are very unique financial contracts, to say the least. Because of that, there are a myriad of types of surety bonds. However, the two most common types of surety bonds are contract surety bonds and commercial surety bonds. Contract surety bonds. Contract surety bonds are surety bonds for construction projects. Not every construction project will require a surety bond, though, but, many larger ones will involve contract surety bonds. Contractors often buy these bonds that guarantee that they will either complete the work. If the contractor defaults, the surety company has to find another contractor to complete the work, or the surety company must compensate the project owner. Contract surety bonds can include bid bonds. Guarantee a contractor can fulfill contractual obligations and that the contractor won't back out of a deal after it wins a bid. Bid bonds are often combined with performance bonds, which leads us to the definition of performance bonds. These usually involve payments to an obligee, either a project owner or an individual, if a contractor fails to meet their obligations. Payment bonds. These guarantee that a contractor will meet their financial obligations, such as paying for labor and materials on a job. Commercial surety bonds. Commercial surety bonds are designed to protect the public. Government agencies may require people who work within certain occupations to purchase commercial surety bonds. Commercial surety bonds can include license and permit bonds. These guarantee a business will adhere to laws and other regulations enforced by federal, state, and local government agencies. They are often required before a contractor or other tradesperson can be licensed in a particular state. Judicial bonds. Court bonds may be required prior to a legal proceeding. Now, they protect people or companies from losses in court. Fiduciary bonds. These protect beneficiaries, heirs, or other parties if an appointed fiduciary does not act honestly or in the best interest of the beneficiary. A court may require a fiduciary bond in certain cases. Other bonds. There are many other types of bonds that may be needed throughout the course of doing business. Most major insurers and surety companies can help businesses buy the bonds they need to do business. What does it mean to be licensed and bonded? Many businesses are required to state that they are licensed and bonded, or licensed, insured, and bonded. A business that is licensed and bonded is just simply working within the parameters of local law. These businesses have proper licensing, any legally required insurance, and any surety bonds that are required by law. Some smaller contractors may not be legally obligated to purchase bonds. In that case, the contractor may be licensed and insured, but not bonded. Does my business need a surety bond, you may be asking? If you're doing small-scale residential contracting, you might not need to be licensed and bonded to do your business. However, contractors who are working to win larger bids will probably need to have a surety bond to win the bid. In addition to contract bonds, several businesses will need surety bonds to operate legally. Most establishments that serve or sell liquor will need a liquor license or a liquor surety bond. Electricians, plumbers, and general contractors may also need to purchase licenses. Even mortgage brokers, auto dealers, warehouse owners, residential contractors, and hairstylists may need to be licensed and bonded in particular states. Keeping up to date with your required licensure is an important part of operating any business, even a side hustle. So if you're planning to go into business, be sure to research the laws in your state. That's our show for today. Thanks so much for stopping by to the College Investor Audio Show. The main thing is, we really hope it was helpful. And if you feel like it could be helpful to somebody else too, a friend, neighbor, family member, go ahead and forward this on to them and help them out too. And it would help us. We're all helping each other here. Hit subscribe and get the notifications so that you can stay up to date on everything about money. That's what we do here. Check out thecollegeinvestor.com for more resources and everything else you need to know too. Thank you so much again, and we'll talk to you again very soon.